All right, time to piss people off. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Rangers Central. And today we're continuing our free agent slash trade target series here, as we are going to discuss another target for the Rangers in Daniel Sprong. Before we jump into everything, please be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're a Ranger fan, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. This is going to be an option that's not popular with Ranger fans, and to be honest, not exactly popular with me. But I'm bringing the discussion here because it is, noteworthy, because he's an option that could be cheaper for the Rangers. And I'll go over why I'm not the biggest Daniel Sprong guy, but let's jump into the stats here. So 18 goals, 25 assists, 43 points on the year. You're probably thinking pretty solid stuff, especially, -5 on Detroit's not bad. That team stunk. And then 5-on-5. He had more goals at 5v5 than the Rangers' #1 center this season, which is just insane. You look at the all three zones card here. A lot of stuff in the blue on the offense. Obviously, the defense, you're not bringing him here to play defense. You look at the offense, though, outside deflections, which who cares? The guy buries one-timers, buries rebounds, all that other stuff is good on the cycle. The problem is here, the forecheck, a little worrisome. Zone entries, a little worrisome. And then you get to the charts with, again, entries pretty much smack dead in the middle. And then we go to the, the scoring chances. Sorry, didn't clear this up from the Amadio video. And then there we go. He's in the top right quadrant, which is very good company, which I mentioned too with Amadio, who's actually like right here somewhere. It's probably, yeah, there he is. A little bit above that. So a little bit better than a guy like Amadio in terms of, scoring chances per 60, scoring chances against per 60. A guy that's pretty good offensively. And then you get into the chart. Pretty good stuff from him offensively. Again, just defense is not his MO. And if you want to go to the year prior when he was with Seattle, played a better two-way game, which is something that is a little bit, a little impressive. And then you look at, the other stuff, the player card here, not good defensively, not great offensively. Now that I'm going through this, I'm talking myself in the Sprong a little more than I maybe should. But you get to what the contract would be, and it would be a 3-year deal at 3.3. And you might think, well, how could you not want a guy like that at that type of contract? And the reason why is I just worry, and I'm not sure if I should or not, but I do worry about how his game will translate to the playoffs, especially because I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know everything about Sprong. Like, I have not watched a lot of Detroit Red Wing games this year. I just simply have not had a reason or appetite to. And I really don't know if it will translate or not. And the other thing that worries me is that, is this just, is this enough of a difference maker to play in your top 6? I quite frankly do not know, nor do I think so. But again, like, he's a nice, solid scoring piece to have, but I don't know. I just worry that, like, I would like the lines more. I think I would like it better, the signing, if they went with these line combinations, because it allows Sprong to be more of a passenger on this line, where I think that, having him up here, you need someone that drives play. And is Sprong going to be able to do that? Maybe. I haven't watched enough to know that he's a play driver or not. The charts do indicate that he is more of a guy that probably plays better as a passenger, just has a little bit more of a shot to him. But I don't know. I worry about that, and then I worry about him not being much of a physical player. Again, I wouldn't despise this sign. I'm not going to sit here and say, they signed Daniel Sprong on July 1st. I'm not throwing things. I'm not pissed off. It's not the end of the world unless they sign him to like a $6 million, $5 million deal. Then we got problems. But if it's this ballpark and they sign him, I'm not going to sit here and be pissed off. But I'm also not going to be doing cartwheels and backflips. It's going to be a thing where it's like, all right, solid little add scoring to the lineup, which is nice, but let's see what he does, come playoff time in particular, because the goal isn't to make the playoffs next season. The goal is for this team to win a damn Stanley Cup. And that's why some of these videos, I'm hesitant with certain players, because it's like, all right, well, how will this guy's game translate? How will this guy's game translate? Because at the end of the day, who cares if they win 50 plus games in the regular season again? That's fun and all to watch and cover, but at the end of the day, I'd rather them win the 16 most important games, when it matters the most and when it's crunch time. And again, you could argue, though, Florida has pieces like Sprong in their bottom 6. So, like, look at Tarasenko. He's in their bottom 6, and they have a guy like Sprong who's, somewhat comparable in that regard, especially with the decline pretty much of Tarasenko. But then your lines would look something like this if Sprong was in the bottom 6, which Do you want to go down the rabbit hole of Kaka there? I don't know. You could always, again, like I discussed with Amadio, buy out Goudreau, go with line combinations like this if you want to, which I don't think would be terrible if you wanted to do that. But I also feel is that adding more to the problem that the Rangers have had the past few years where it's, too much scoring in the bottom six where they need a little more. They need the scoring depth still in the bottom six. I'm not going to act like that doesn't matter, but is it too much versus where they need to add a little bit more of shutdown type forwards down there, guys that are going to work in on the forecheck and allow just one player on the third line per se to be the play driver. You know what I mean? Like that would make more sense to me, where I feel like you have three guys here that are going to try a little bit much to, be the offensive impact, which I don't know if that would blend well, especially this line combination, because I just don't see them playing Kakko on the fourth line. Heedle's not going to play lower in the lineup. Sprong isn't going to play lower in the lineup. So I don't know. And then if this were the scenario, if they bought out Goudreau and all that stuff, you have 7.5 to get a right winger and a left shot D. You'd probably have to move Trouba still at that point. So I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence about the idea of signing Sprong. There are some things to love. Like, listen, I love the fact that he's, in this upper echelon in terms of, the scoring and stuff like that. I love the fact that he puts up points at 5v5. I mean, 30 points at 5v5 is no damn slouch, especially when this team, unfortunately, Evolving Hockey doesn't let you do, Hockey Reference doesn't let you do 5v5, so just even strength, which throws things off. He'd be second on this team in, or no, that's just goals, not points. Whoops, I almost slipped up saying something that would have been bad, but 14 even strength goals. We'll say that, and then he would have been fourth on the team in even strength goals this year, which is just absolutely absurd considering the fact that this team at 5v5 is just not good enough. So in terms of improving the 5v5 play, that's something again you could hang your hat on as a very big positive. But it just again, I question this is where I just feel weird about the construction of this team, which I do have another video planned, which it's either going to come out between these two videos or it's going to come out at another time, where I'm going to compare the Rangers to the Panthers. And I don't know, like I just feel weird about this team. Like I really do. And it's weird to feel weird. I know, count how many times I said weird there, but it feels weird to be worried about a roster that was 2 wins away from the Cup Finals. But, again, I know Igor's on the team, but I just question, is the roster in front good enough? I don't know. And is it constructed well enough? I don't know. But we have all summer to see what's going to happen. But yeah, that is going to be it for me. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live. And I'll see you guys in the next one.